Hey guys, what's up? Listen, I thought I would do another video. Actually, the video that I just did, I wanted to do this one that I'm doing now prior to the one that I just did. However, I'm just going to do this one. With me, basically, I don't like to talk about relationships, because I feel like to each his own. And relationships are different for everyone, So, what I'm about to say and what I'm about to share, this is just my personal experience, my personal, how you say it, opinion, So, take it how you want to take it, you know. If you can get something out of it, then you get something out of it. If it doesn't apply to you, let it fly. However, I just wanted to just share this with you. That's all. So my thing with relationships are, not is, are, there's many things. I just feel like when we became of age to start dating, right? Um, we dated, certain people, and maybe back then we didn't really know that dating was a learning lesson for the future to come as to picking our partners, our lifelong soul partners. Um, and I'm gonna keep it real. I didn't know until I was into my late 20s. I started reflecting, because certain behaviors and attitudes was coming about. I kept on seeing certain things in the gentleman that I've been courting were displaying. And then I'm like, wait a minute, why am I always getting this same type of people in my life? So I'm saying, well, is it me or is it them? And now that I'm an older, type woman, it was both of us, you know. It was both of us because we was in the learning stages as we were young, And I noticed today, So when I was in my early 20s, I just started to evaluate certain behaviors and attitudes that I was drawing from each man that I have chosen. Now, when I was young, I didn't date too many gentlemen. I would say, I'm going to give you some personal. I would say, at my age right now, I would say maybe I've dated 7 guys from the age that I am today. And within those 7 guys, I would say maybe 3 out of the 7 displayed the same behaviors. And I'm like, goodness gracious. So, like I said, I evaluated it and so on and so forth. And as soon as I seen the behaviors and someone knew that I wanted to court quick, fast, I would just let them go. Because I didn't want to experience it. I knew where it was heading. So, like I mentioned, 3 out of the 7 gentlemen that I courted since today, I was engaged 3 times. And I come to realize that, all right, there are good men out there. My thing is that people are going to show you what they want to show you at the beginning of the game. You know what I mean? And what they show you at the beginning of the game is who they really are, whether it's good, bad, or the ugly. That is truly who they are. So my thing is when you meet a gentleman or a woman, and she treating you all nice and this, that, and the other, and so on and so forth, and they making you feel like you're on top of the world. You sitting on top of the world, top of the world, top of the world. But anyways, they make you feel like you're sitting on top of the world. They make you feel like that queen, that king, or whatever have you. I believe that's who they truly are. That's what they can offer. You understand? Now, my thing is, there's always 2 sides of a coin, okay? And when I say that, there's 2 sides of a person. They can show you the good side and they can show you the bad side. So as you go along with the relationship or the courtmanship, they're going to test you out and see, if they have to stay on that good side of who they truly are, or, excuse me, they can screw you over and show you the ugly side, So it's up to that person if they're aware of their past relationships and they got something out of it. You understand, and they learned, what's good from bad, and what that partner is trying to do, whether it's good or bad. Like I said, yeah, so you just got to basically, really evaluate your relationships, and mostly people say, oh, she'll change or he'll change, or I can change him or I can change her, or no, Trust me, that person is well aware of their behaviors. You understand? And if they display the good side of them, like I said, they're good people, but they have another side of them as well. So they kind of, after a while, give you a little mixture of who they really are. And if that mixture is bad and they still mixing it in with good, what do you say to yourself? Well, that's just him or that's just her, or, I'm going to see that good side again, or they showing that good side and this is just a side that they showing today. If they're showing in it to you as well with the good, they're giving you the bad with the good, and see if you're going to accept it. Now, they said that there are red flags in relationships. Some people see it and some people don't. Some people do see it and refuse to say it's a red flag, and they just carry on with the relationship. Now, with me per se, I'll see it once. Okay. I'll see it twice. All right. I see it the third time. No, that's it. It's a wrap. Despite all the good that you have shown me, if you're showing me the ugly side of you, it's always going to be there. It's not going to change. And my thing is, this is just me, again, in my personal thoughts and opinion. If they're showing you the ugly side of them, that's innate. It's in them. They're not going to change. And if you feel that they're changing, it's just, what is that word I'm looking for? It's just, oh my God, I can't think of the word. It's just in them. It's just hibernating. You understand what I'm saying? And if it comes a day or a time, it's going to explode. It's going to come right back out. Now, it could take a month, a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, but that behavior is still in them. It didn't go nowhere. You understand? And I'm not going to knock them, because they may try to be really seriously trying to change, but it's like a flip mode. It's like a trigger. You never know what triggers people have in them to stir up something that's negative in your partner. And don't get me wrong, I have my triggers. I go to church, I do what I have to do, I pray to my Lord, and so on and so forth, but I still have some old behaviors. You understand? So my thing is, I know for myself that they're still in me, that they didn't go nowhere. I'm going to keep it 100. They didn't go nowhere. So I cannot subject myself around any mate or partner that may trigger me into being that person I used to be. I need someone that's going to be in my life that's going to keep me on that positive road. You understand? Some people don't think that way, and listen, like I said, this is just my opinions and my thoughts. Whatever you do in your relationships is whatever you do in your relationships. However, I know how personally I would like my relationships to be. Every relationship is not a fairy tale. You understand? And I know this and I understand this. However, when you're picking a person and you see red flags, you understand, and you feel that they can trigger you, but quote unquote, they're changed or they're changing. Okay, I'll give them that. However, it's still going to come out sooner or later. It really is. You know, and if you're that type of person that you can deal with it, God bless you. You know, for me, I can't. You know what I mean? Because, and please don't take this wrongly, I'm not belittling any woman or man. However, you have to know your self worth. You understand? You really have to know your self worth. Do you really want to put up with this? You know, whatever this person is showing you, whether it's good or bad, like I said, or the ugly, that's who they are. You understand? I have my good and my bad and my ugly side. And like I said, I'm going to keep it 100. But I don't need anyone to come into my life to trigger me to bring it out. It's there. You understand? Because of our past relationships. And everybody say, oh, you shouldn't think about your past relationships. That's in the past. No, I believe you should. Because you should remember what you was going through in those past relationships and what made you happy and what made you not happy, what made you upset, what made you miserable, what made you stressed out, what made you feel overwhelmed. And if you're dealing with someone that can bring those traits out of you, that's a trigger for you. Now, my thing is, this is just my belief again. God is going to put people in your life for a reason or a season. Understand? And for a learning lesson as well. However, when we get into relationships, let me not say we, when I get into relationships, I got to really seriously evaluate myself and my partner as well and see if we're going to be a good match. You got to be alert and cautious as to whom you're courting or dating, whatever you want to call it. Because my thing is you may get stuck into a relationship that was never really meant for you. But my thing is, you're going to work it out. You're going to work it out. You're going to work it out. I feel like this, if you're in a relationship, you shouldn't have anything to work out. You understand? That's just me. If you're talking about simple stuff as to household bills and who's cooking or who's doing the laundry or whatever the case may be. But if you're talking about some other stuff, about bad habits and, you know, bad doings and stuff like that, no. It's no compromising with that. It's nothing to discuss. That's energy. That's not good. So why would you want that for yourself and why would you want that for your partner? Your partner is going to do what your partner is going to do regardless. As to you're going to do what you're going to do. Because I'm hope, you know, you're going to do something good. So if you're a good person and not saying that person is not good, you would want to cast goodness on that person as well. My whole thing is you cannot change people. People are who they are. Their behaviors and attitudes did not go anywhere. It's just laying dormant until they get triggered. And once they get triggered, you will see that behavior again. And my question is how long are you going to continue to address this situation with your partner or whomever you're courting and whomever you're married to? You know, a lot of people say that, you know, when you get married, you should never get divorced. Okay. But if you're in a marriage that's driving you crazy, stressing you out, making you sick, you understand? And making you feel some type of way, why would you want to stay? Oh, because I love that person and that person loved me. My thing is, for me, if I love you and I know I'm doing some messed up stuff and I have messed up behaviors, I'll let you go because I wouldn't want to drag you into that. I'll come back when I know by the grace of God and I've worked with him and I talked with him and I walked, talk to him, and I know, or I feel I know I'm 100. But if I'm not 100 and I haven't walked and talked with my God and tried to change my behaviors, it's going to come out again. So my thing is, do I believe in divorce? Yes, I do. I do. Because being in a relationship shouldn't be hard. You shouldn't have to fuss and fight or be stressed out in a relationship. My opinion, my thoughts, God wouldn't want that for anyone. He wants us to be happy. We are kings and queens. We are emperors and empress. We only deserve the best, both ways. So why would you settle for something less than? But again, I'm going to keep it on I. And the reason I bring this subject up is because I was just in a relationship. I was courting someone, and this person was very nice. Very nice person, kind-hearted, giving, the whole non-sweet. Couldn't ask for anything more. However, this person had flaws, and I didn't knock him for his flaws, but those were triggers for me. You understand? And being triggered by someone's behavior is not good for me and it's not healthy for me. So I basically had to back up because I said to myself, this is not what God wants for me and this is not what God wants for him. God wants healthy relationships, happy relationships, understanding relationships. He don't want no fussing and fighting and, throwing pots and pans and cursing each other out and this, that, and the other. That's not of God, my opinion. That's not of God. And yeah, we could say that, God is testing us. Okay, we could say that. That's a fair argument. He's testing us to see how much we really love each other. I give you that. However, how long are you going to keep on taking this test? How long? Some people would say to the end of time, to death do us part. Okay, so you was in this relationship to death do you part and you was miserable and unhappy. But God was giving you that test and you was failing all that time because he had something better for you. But you said God was giving you a test. I don't know, just my thought and my opinion. Don't get me wrong, been there, done that many times, and I've learned. If you love someone, you let them go. You understand? Because you don't want them to hurt. You don't want to cause them no pain. You don't want them crying, stressed out, overwhelmed. You don't want that for someone. Because you wouldn't wish it on the one that you love in their relationships. So why would you want it for yourself? I know I don't. I'd rather be with my God because God says he's a jealous God. I'd rather be with my God and myself than in a relationship that I'm unhappy in and going to call it a test. Could be a test, but again, how long does this test last? To the end of time between y'all two? I don't know. However, whatever decisions you make, that is your personal relationship, is your life, is your time. I'm not one to judge. That's you. However, for me, I know my time limits. I know my triggers. I know my stress level. I know my talents. Tolerance. I know that, and I know my self-worth. And I know that I have my God at the end of the day, and I'll never be alone. And some people stay in relationships because they don't want to be alone. But you're not alone. You'll never be alone. You understand? If it is a test, you won't be in that test that long. But I tell you, no test take no years and years and years to pass. I tell you that much. So I just want to put that out there. Again, this is personal with me, does not have anything to do with anyone else. If you want to take it, take it if it's for you. If it's not for you, please disregard it. No pun intended towards anyone. I'm just sharing my personal feelings and thoughts on relationships. You're a queen. You're a princess. You're the empress. Remember that. And he's the king, the emperor, the princess. Well, I probably said it backwards, but however, we all deserve the best at the end of the day. And again, sometimes loving a person, truly loving a person, is letting them go and setting yourself free as well. All right, Earth Angel 777, be blessed, stay blessed, and highly favored. Any comments, please put it in the comment section. I'm open for any comments, and I'm open to learn. All right, much love. God bless.